Welcome to the Holistically Humble podcast. I'm your host, Katie, a registered holistic nutritionist, a yoga teacher, and a wellness enthusiast passionate about helping you thrive. This podcast is your space to explore holistic health, nervous system regulation, mindful living, and all of the tools that empower you to create balance in your body, mind, and soul. Whether you're here to deepen your wellness journey, find inspiration, or discover practical tips to live a healthier, more intentional life, you are in the right place, my friend. My mission is to simplify wellness, spark meaningful conversations, and help you reconnect with your authentic self. Let's dive in and create a life that feels as good as it looks. Welcome to the Holistically Humble community. What is up, my friends? We are back with another recorded video option episode. So catch me on YouTube for that option, or Spotify. You can watch the video version of that. Otherwise, on Spotify and Apple, you can listen to it on just audio only. But however you're listening to this episode, hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new for the first time. I am so glad you're here, because if you're listening to this on the Wednesday that I launch it is Wednesday, February 12th, and Valentine's Day is about 2 days away. Valentine's Day is in our society deemed as like the love day. And so I thought I would dedicate this episode to talking about self-love, because we all need it. It is not selfish to love yourself, to put yourself first. And we're going to dive deeper into that topic today. So grab your tea, grab your smoothie, your green juice, your matcha, your latte, whatever it is you like to enjoy while you listen to this podcast episode. And before we actually dive right in, I would love to say that I have linked my social media in the show notes for you to follow me on all of those options. And if you haven't already rated, reviewed, followed this podcast, I would absolutely appreciate it. Download this episode and share it. Share it to your friends, family members, coworkers, anyone who you think may benefit from this, and everyone will. So share it with everyone, okay? Okay. So with it being Valentine's Day just around the corner, there's so much focus on love. Romantic love, partnerships, grand gestures, and celebrating others. And while it's very beautiful, don't get me wrong, I want to shift the conversation today to something just as, or if not more important. It's self-love, okay? Because really the truth is that the way we love ourselves sets the foundation for how we allow others to love us and show up for us. It influences our relationships, our confidence, our energy, and even our health. So yeah, to all of that. Yet self-love is often misunderstood. You feel me? You feel me? It's not just about the bubble baths and face masks, and although those are great, don't get me wrong, it's about the deep internal work of truly valuing, accepting, and caring for yourself. So what does self-love really mean? Self-love isn't about perfection. I don't know about you, but I am a perfectionist, and I'm a recovering perfectionist. So it's something that I've been working on for many years. And if you resonate, you know, right? I'm pretty sure I'm attracting the gals to this podcast episode and to my social media who fit in this category. It's about recognizing your worth, even when you're struggling. So self-love is about recognizing your worth even when you're struggling, okay? It's about having your own fucking back, right? Speaking kindly to yourself. This is something that, again, I've personally been on my own journey for so long. And I can tell you firsthand that when I first started this work and started with mirror work with Louise Hay. If you're not familiar with that, I invite you to YouTube it. But saying I love you to yourself while looking at yourself in the mirror is huge work. I couldn't even look at myself and say it out loud for many times. So speak kindly to yourself, and then show up for yourself every single fucking day. Do it when you don't even want to, because that is a form of self-love. Self-love means setting boundaries that protect your peace. It means nourishing your body with food, movement, and rest, letting go of self-criticism, and embracing self-compassion, making choices that align with your values and desires, and trusting yourself and your intuition. And speaking from it's my podcast, you're listening to me. So speaking from my connection to my intuition is right above my belly button. If you're into energetics and the chakra systems in our body, we have 7 main chakras. The third chakra is where I really resonate with my intuition. And so at this point along my journey, with a lot of work and a lot of trusting and a lot of fails as well of not listening to it and seeing what happens, is right away I'll, hone in on something and I feel a yes or no in my gut, and that's my intuition. I'm going with that option. So trusting yourself and your intuition is a huge form of self-love. The connection between self-love and nervous system regulation is huge. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that today. And something I talk about a lot is nervous system regulation. If you know, you know, right? And I believe that self-love plays a huge role in nervous system regulation. So when we're in a constant state of stress, that sympathetic nervous system state, the fight, flight, freeze, we are in a state of self-judgment or overworking ourselves to please others. Our nervous system is stuck in that freaking survival mode. Here we go. And when we practice self-love, really, it will help us shift into safety. So into that parasympathetic nervous system state of the rest, digest, and repair. And it will help us shift into a space where our body and mind can relax, heal, and thrive. Yeah, sign me up. So simple acts of self-love like mindful breathing, movement, or even just pausing to ask yourself, like, what do I need right now? What do I want right now? Sends a signal to your body that you are safe and that you're cared for. So connection that way, beautiful. And when your body feels safe, it can function optimally. Homeostasis, balance, baby. So self-love rituals for Valentine's week. I'm going to dive into some of these just to share with you today. Of course, I'm titling it, or I'm stating it as self-love rituals for Valentine's Day, but please just take this as self-love rituals for whenever you're watching this, because it's important regardless if it's Valentine's Day or not, or close to, or just past. Self-love is in the air though when it is around Valentine's Day or when it is Valentine's Day, so why not make it about you? Here are a few ways that you can cultivate self-love this week. The first thing that I would suggest is write yourself a love letter. Write yourself a love letter. List out all of the things that you appreciate about yourself, the ways that maybe you've grown, and the qualities that make you, you, that uniqueness. The second one would be create a self-love playlist. This is so good. I vibe with music. I listen to Spotify. And so you can even just type in self-love playlist, choose one that's already made, and then it will kind of gather like songs. If you click that shuffle button with the like arrows on it as well, it'll like bring in other songs that aren't in the playlist that are similar. It's awesome. I find a lot of great songs that way. So when you create a self-love playlist, it will provide you with songs that make you feel empowered and joyful and connected to yourself. The third one would be say no. So hard, but say no when you need to. Protect your energy, honor your needs, because we're being selfish right now in this option, this topic, this podcast episode, and we're honoring our own needs over others, okay? Fourth would be spend time with yourself. Go for a walk, have a solo date at a coffee shop or a movie or something like that, and then do something creative just because it makes you feel joyful or it makes you feel good. I touched on this briefly, but practice mirror work. Again, look up Louise Hay. I will link a YouTube episode or a YouTube link down below so you can check that out. But If you don't want to look that up and you just want to try this because I'm stating it here as number 5, look yourself in the eyes and say, I love you. So you have to look in a mirror. Obviously, we can't look into our own eyes any other way. So look at yourself in a mirror and say out loud, I love you. This can be very hard, but it's the start of the self-love journey, okay? And then you can say, I accept you exactly as you are. So this is a short and quick episode, my friends, but because I just want to touch on that subject of self-love and how it can be so beneficial for your wellness journey. Loving yourself isn't selfish. It's so essential. The more that you pour into yourself, the more that you can show up for others in a place of fullness and then that not depleted sense. As Valentine's Day approaches, if you're listening to this on the day that I drop this episode, or it's the day of, or it's past, regardless, let it be a reminder not just to celebrate love in relationships, but to also celebrate the most important relationship of all, which essentially is the one you have with yourself. And if you don't have one with yourself right now, just be gentle and start slowly, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, one practice at a time. Thank you for tuning in. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Send me a message, or share this with someone who needs a little extra love this week. And remember, you are worthy of love just as you are. So until next time, take care and keep showing up for yourself every day, one day at a time. I will see you in next week's episode. Have a great day and peace, love, and avocados.